Hi, this is Philip Davis, and I thought I'd put together this quick video to offer you some helpful advice when choosing a logo designer. Considering the fact that you're going to be spending a lot of money advertising whatever logo you purchase for the next 50 years or so, I'm sure you want to get this right the first time. So, here's a few things to consider before you dive in. First of all, I'm not just a designer. In fact, I'm also a copywriter. So when you hire me as your designer slash copywriter, you're not simply purchasing a logo. You're investing in your brand, and that's a big difference. As your brand designer, my job is to make sure that for every dollar you spend advertising your brand over the next 100 years, you reap that investment back 1 million-fold by investing in a design that not only builds trust, but pulls its weight in gold. Just for a minute, stop and think about the type of brand you want to build. Do you want to simply be a mom and pop, or do you want to be a national brand? Because if you're thinking big and if you're thinking long term, here's some advice from a veteran copywriter. When investing in your brand, don't just settle for eye candy. In fact, before you invest an arm and a leg in a logo, consider this. You might want to be careful before choosing a logo with just a lot of sparkle and pizzazz. In fact, having a lot of bright colors and eye candy can actually distract your clients from the real message and ultimately hurt your brand. A good logo should do one job and one job only. And that job is to bring out the name of your company. In fact, when considering a logo for your brand, think about big names that have stood the test of time, names that are proven winners, names like Coca-Cola, Kraft, Goodyear, Firestone, or McDonald's even. And ask yourself, what do these wildly successful household brand names all have in common? Well, first of all, these logos don't have a lot of distracting sparkle or pizzazz, but they're brilliant at bringing out the meaning of the name behind the brand in a very subtle but creative way, and in a way that you'll never forget. Second, they aren't so gaudy that they distract you from the name, but they aren't so subtle either. They do just the job they're meant to do by bringing out the name of the brand. And this is what a good brandable logo should do. Now, there is a scientific process behind creating logo designs such as these that very few logo designers understand. But as a copywriter, brandable designs such as these fall right in my area of expertise. Not only am I a designer, but I have an extensive background in direct response marketing and copywriting, so I know what works and what gets results based on years of split testing, and I get results. I've worked and consulted with hundreds of companies, big and small, and over the years I've seen giants fall and small companies explode virtually overnight, many of which incorporated the design model we're discussing. So, before you purchase a logo, consider this. Consider all the many years and tons of money you plan on investing in advertising this logo to your clients, whether it's on billboards, online ads, flyers, newspapers, banners, or whatever. And while you're thinking about it, think of a number. How much money do you think you will spend advertising this logo over the next 50 years? Just pick a number. $50,000? $500,000? All right, so do you have the number in your head yet? Well, now that you have that number in your head, let me ask you a question. Would you feel comfortable putting the future of your brand in the hands of an artist that's good with Photoshop? Or would you feel safer working with an experienced copywriter and designer that specializes in brandable designs? The choice is yours. But why settle for less? Do what many other successful brands have already done, and let's give your business a design worthy of your advertising dollars, and a design that will establish your brand for years to come. Accept my bid, and let's get started designing your brand now.